Hello everybody and welcome to this unboxing of the Pipboy. Now this was a pre-order done for me thanks to my brother who pre-ordered this a while ago for me. It took this long to come in. This is made by the Wand Company, who makes a lot of products such as the wands from Harry Potter and whatnot. Now this specific Pipboy is based off the Amazon Prime series, not necessarily the games itself, but as you can see when we open it up, it'll be virtually similar. So we'll go ahead and open it up. Really nice packaging, actually. Toss that over to the side there. Should be more gentle with that. But it comes with the operating instructions. They're quite clever, actually. They, throw a little bit of vault lore inside of that, which is pretty neat for a fan like myself. So I'll go ahead and toss that over there. And it comes with this little USB-C cable that, I will admit, was actually wrapped up nicely. I had to unwrap it to update it because, as you'll see, you need to do an update on it to make sure there's no firmware updates or anything for this. So without further ado, here is the stand that the Pipboy can be displayed on. It says property of Vault-Tec on there. It's pretty nice die cast metal. It's got really nice base on there so it doesn't move around. And as you'll see in a minute, the Pipboy connects right onto this as a little display model itself for when you're not wearing it. So let me open this up here. You can see the Pipboy itself. Now I left this on here. I had to open this up and do a firmware update before we turned it on, actually. But I wanted to leave this on so you saw what it looked like outside the box. So I'll just go ahead and take that off. You have a nice little LED screen. Plastic on the outside, but it's all LCD screen on the inside. This whole top portion is interesting because this whole portion is the die cast piece itself. The rest of this, this lower piece that wraps onto your arm, is actually plastic. So do with that how you must. I think that, it's decently well made. I feel like if this whole thing were made out of die cast, while it would be cool to look at and cool to touch, but this thing already weighs a little over a pound. And if you're wearing this on your arm for a convention or just for funsies around the house, this will get pretty heavy for you, even at its current pound and a half about. So when you open it up to put it on your arm, you see there's nice actual like foam padding. That actually feels really nice when you put it onto your arm with this nice little clip here that locks it right into place when it's on your arm, and you can see the bigger part and the smaller part. You can tell which direction goes to your hand and the rest of your arm. So real quick here, we'll go over some little fun facts about it, and then I'll turn it on really fast. So this part right here, this little dongle thing, when you unplug it, it's supposed to mimic the part of the Pipboy that goes into the computers or opens the Vault-Tec doors or, what have you, so you can program it from there, as in the lore of the games and the movie or the show. I keep wanting to say movie. Anyway, this is actually the charging port for it. So when it is on its little display here, as I'll show you right now, you put it on its little display and it just sits there. And it sits right on the charging port, and you can take this little piece and tuck it away. There's a little spot to tuck away nicely behind there. So that way, when you have it displayed, you don't see the dongle or, the port itself. It actually is really, really well done, in my opinion. So when you update it, this is the port you'll be using to update it. So this just plugs right back in here. And also, fun fact, this is also an antenna, because this also, I don't know if you can see it right here, this little dial right here that actually moves, and if you can see the needle moving itself, this is actually an FM radio. So this is a part of the antenna that actually picks up radio transmissions, FM transmissions in your area. And I think that's kind of clever. It also, this whole thing actually shows or actually has a pre-programmed radio from the vault itself. All these little mechanisms actually turn and have a tactile feel to them. Let me see if you can. I don't know if you can hear that on the microphone, but it actually has a very tactile, clicky feel to it. All these little knobs turn, and they actually all do something. They're not just there for, touchy and looky kind of things. They're actually there to mess with the display. So let's go ahead and turn it on. So real quick, we'll turn it on like this. It's just so cool. Apologize for my ring light in the way. So that's what it looks like right there. I guess I could have moved a little bit closer to get the ring light out of the way, but as you can tell, it has a little rad meter right here. This little button, or this little knob right here, I should say, not a button, this little knob changes. You can see the rad meter. It shows the time clearly. It shows a map, which is pretty clever. This is the FM radio. I haven't played around with this yet much. I wanted to save it all for the video itself. But this actually picks up the radio transmission. You can dial into your specific radio transmission here, or you can play the regular one from there. There's a lot of little knobs, ends, and nods and whatnot. If you press this very top button right here, it turns it into a flashlight, which is, I think, kind of funny. And it says in the operating manual that you can turn the flashlight on to help you and your truck through the vaults, which is pretty funny. So press it again, it goes back to the main menu, and then you can just turn it around, and you have all these varying. You have a map, you have time, you have all this other stuff. And I believe that the map, let me take a look. Anyway, so it's pretty cool. And one more thing, the battery actually has a really good charge on it. If you don't have the radio working, and depending on how bright you have it, the battery is supposed to last you for a very long time. Just on a display model or off completely, the battery is supposed to last you for a couple months, is what the directions said. So as long as you're not using it every single day, it should last for a long, long time. Even if you're using it every single day, the battery is supposed to still last for a very long time. So anyway, last thing before I go, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when it's actually on the wrist, so you guys can take a look. Put it down here, and it's actually pretty easy to do with one hand. I'm just an idiot, so it's a little bit more difficult for a guy like me. There we go, got it on. And then just be careful you don't want to pinch your skin. And that's what it looks like actually on your wrist. And as you can see, it doesn't really move around, very, very, very slightly, but it's not very tight. And it is really cool looking. I'm gonna have to work on getting myself a Fallout cosplay going into this year, maybe TwitchCon, or if I show up to another con this year, maybe I'll do one of those. I don't really do much cons, but now actually I kind of want to, now that with that I have one of these guys. But anyways, that's it. Like I said, there's a lot of cool little modes that you can play around with and whatnot. It's very, very neat little thing. So yeah, so if you guys want one, check it out. They're kind of pricey, obviously, for such a thing like this, but they are worth it, in my opinion, if you're a collector and you like these kind of things, or if you just have a really cool family member that felt like it was a great little present to buy for you. So thank you again to my brother for getting this for me, and honestly, thank you to the Wand Company for coming out with this, because I've been a Fallout fan for a really long time. I just like the lore of it and all that, and it is really cool, and I was really excited to get this thing. So expect to see me, if you guys see me on stream, to be wearing this on the occasion, because I will have a lot of fun with this thing. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and powering off. Thank you for watching. Bye.